So welcome to this Did You Know session on BlazeMeter engine health metrics. It's very important when you're running a load test that your load engine does not exceed thresholds because it can affect the execution of the test and also the test results you get from a test like JMeter. So if an engine is actually overloaded, you need to recalibrate that test. I'm going to show you how BlazeMeter alerts you when there's an issue. So here's our BlazeMeter test, and this test will generate a high CPU intentionally. So we launch the test, and the test will start normally. And what's happening is, as the test is running, we have a rolling 1 minute window where we're checking the threshold of the CPU and the memory, and we'll notify you if an engine actually gets overloaded. So what you see shortly is, as we hit that threshold, you'll get a notification on the screen to alert you that this test is exceeding a threshold. In this case, it's saying the CPU is over the 80% threshold. We can drill into the engine health, so then go and look at the individual engines to see what the issue is. And we have these filters that allow you to filter the engines that exceed these thresholds. So if you have multiple load engines, you can sort them by the engines that are actually running high CPU or high memory. This allows you to quickly identify which engine is actually overloaded. Now, if we go back and we stop this test, what we can then do is get a recommendation as to what the best settings are for this load test. So let's stop the test. And what you'll see is where it currently says go to engine health, that will change to recommendations. We can then click on the see recommendations link to identify the best setting, the best calibration for this test. So let's click on see recommendations. You can see for this scenario, it was set to 500. We recommend we set it to 425. Now, if there are multiple scenarios, we could apply this to all those scenarios. So we're going to click apply to update this scenario. So let's close this and go and look at the test configuration screen. When we configure a load engine, you define the maximum number of users per engine. And what we've just done is change that maximum value. So it was 500, it's now 425. That ensures that next time we run this test, we won't overload the engine. So we can use this for calibrating our test. So you can see how quickly and easily BlazeMeter now helps you identify issues with load engines. So for more information about BlazeMeter, please go to blazemeter.com. You'll find there's blogs, there's videos, and there's also BlazeMeter University where there's lots of free courses about BlazeMeter and also open source tools.